week, a show to tease and tantalize your taste buds. We'll report on a big, bold and gutsy makeover of a well-known roadhouse, and take a look at how some big fast food and restaurant chains are growing their brands in an increasingly competitive market. Then, a leading whiskey brand celebrating a milestone anniversary. Welcome to Mags on Media. Now, you'll be hard-pressed to find someone who doesn't have some kind of memory of going to the local roadhouse, maybe on a Friday night. The smell of oily fries and burgers, the supersized milkshakes, and the added thrill of being allowed to eat in the car. Well, sadly, the roadhouse has lost some of its flair in recent years and is now synonymous with rundown parking lots and paint-stripped buildings, more than it is for a fun night out. But Paul Figueira, he's an entrepreneur from Johannesburg's East Rand, is really taking up the challenge of rejuvenating this sentimental eating experience through a new roadhouse chain called Kota Joe. We took our cameras to the flagship store in the heart of Edenvale. Paul Figueira from the Kota Joe brand. We are here in the middle of Edenvale, east of Johannesburg. I want to thank you for bringing us here and recreating for me what I think is a childhood experience. I remember maybe I was 9, 10 years old on a Friday night. My parents used to jump us into the back of the old Valiant, I think it was at the time. Used to take us to a roadhouse called the White Pigeon. In we'd pull, chicken and chips in a basket. You've recreated an experience of the 60s and the 70s. First of all, for the uninitiated, what is a kota?
A kota, wow. Well, the kota is known throughout all the townships. It's a kota bread, hollowed out, and filled with different fillings. We've always known the love for the kota in the townships. Yet in your cities and suburbs, not many people knew about the kota. And we just felt that it was an untapped market, and a market that we could break into.
Eat in a takeaway?
Now, Kota Joe is definitely not your run-of-the-mill fast food joint. Pumping music, waiters wearing all-stars, and a menu so bright it lights up the entire street and welcomes you as you pull in. What's to follow is even more ostentatious. This is definitely not the place for you if you're on a health kick. Give us a sense of the menu here. I mean, I'm just looking through this amazing menu, and it's beautifully designed. You've got the Jozi, you've got the Prego, you've got the famous Dagwood.
This is the traditional kota.
Yeah. Okay.
That is
so the
your
traditional
Jozi
kota.
Kota.
What is in that?
Well, that's your acha, polony cheese, egg, Russian Vienna, and obviously a kota is not a kota if it doesn't have chips.
Yeah. And I'm afraid if you're going to have one of these, the payoff line for the business here is screw the diet.
Of course.
I mean, this is going to put on a few kilograms if you eat them too often.
Everybody's got that thought in their mind of screwing the diet.
Yeah.
And I think what we've done is we've just verbalized it and put it out there to the public.
Starting out of small containers in a couple of township locations, Paul saw the potential in growing the brand. And the uptake has been nothing but phenomenal. With a cheeky marketing strategy and eye-catching design, hardly any advertising spend has been necessary up until this point. How did you see potential in a roadhouse? Because it's a dying business,
Well, look
isn't
at
it?
the roadhouses out there. I don't think anything's been done for the last 30 years.
It's the last 200 years.
And everybody loves a roadhouse. I mean, I remember going to a roadhouse when I was young. I just felt that the whole roadhouse industry had to come to life again. And I think everything has a new season, and I just felt that the whole roadhouse industry had to be vitalized.
And let's be honest, between you and me, it was dying, wasn't it?
Was dying.
Yeah.
Was dying.
Finding a plum site on the main road cemented the success of the flagship store in Edenvale. With the kitchen bursting at the seams to keep up with demand, but Paul's also managed to hook the student market with a successful shop at the University of Johannesburg's campus in town. I mean, I'm absolutely fascinated here as we're talking, just looking at the customer profile. And Paul, it's amazing because we've seen tow truck drivers pull up, we've seen guys in luxury German sedans, and there's a huge throughput of traffic here. I mean, this is aimed at the nostalgia market, but also it's a quick, easy, and I guess cost-effective meal that you're offering people.
Of course, Jimmy, it's all about value for money. That's what you get at Kota Joe. And at the moment, I mean, we've got people talking about Kota Joe in Brakpan, all the way to Sandton.
And the imaging and the artwork and all of that. I mean, Kota Joe, you know, eat, enjoy, love. We've got this big billboard out there.
Jimmy, it was all about being.
You did that yourself? Eh?
Of course I did. Yeah. It was about being different. When it comes to the marketing, just feel controversial marketing works.
Controversial marketing, okay. When it comes to size, we don't clown around. There could very well be reference to a well-known American brand there, but we're not going to say anything, are we?
No, that's Wes Wally.
You're an entrepreneurial rock star, my friend.
Thank you,
I hope it goes well with you.
Thank you.
And I hope that lots of people support you. There is nothing nicer than a story like this, because what you're doing is that this is the backbone of the South African economy. It's little businesses like this. You're supporting people, and you're growing the economy. I wish you well.
Thank you. Eat, enjoy, love, and have a great evening. You too. Thank you. Cheers. Bye, guys.
Kota Joe is definitely a fresh brand on the up and up, and residents of Boksburg are also going to be treated to the sights and sounds of this new take on the old roadhouse in just a few months. This is Mags on Media. Coming up, the battle of the soft drink brands as the Soccer World Cup draws ever closer, and a cereal brand adding its name to a good cause. We're also going to look at the massive success of Burger King in South Africa.
News that moves. ENCA.com.